Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John with the Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live from Leander, Texas, 7:18 in the morning on a Saturday. It is April 24th, 2021. Yep, it has been an interesting week in crypto, and I'm going to wrap up the week. I can already hear the kids upstairs, total peanut gallery. It's I don't know how long I'm going to have in this little window here before I have to get into full-on dad mode. I wanted to go to the skate park this morning and hit the dawn patrol with all my homies, but we'll see if that's going to happen. Yes, the dad duty will never end. Anyway, yes, let's take a look real quick while I have the chance at Transaction Street. And medium ETH transfer fee right now is $2.95 US. It's actually, oh wow, man, this is the lowest I've seen it since I've been keeping a watch on this. Medium ETH contract fee is $14.68, $14.85, so that's really good. Sat per byte is 105. It's the lowest I've seen it yet as far as traffic is concerned. And each of these little cars here represent an Ethereum block, and this is all the Ethereum transactions loading up. And same thing with Bitcoin over here, and coming from their respective places here. Uniswap, Tether, MakerDAO, Chainlink, all these other places here, CryptoKitties, and then you have the Lightning Network for Bitcoin over here. But yeah, so traffic is light. If you want to do a transaction right now, probably be a good time to do it. So, I did some transactions late last night on a Friday night, and I guess the rest of the world doesn't really sit around and dork around on their computer doing cryptocurrency transactions on Friday night. Most people are out having a good time, relaxing and partying, but not me. I'm having a good time at my computer, getting my jollies, looking at transactions. So, but yeah, that is what it is. What's this little icon here? Characters, NFTs. Okay. I guess it's a little. You can buy some NFTs now for Transaction Street characters. I think I'll pass on that, but pretty interesting. And even sleeves to hold your characters in. All right, man, this is getting weird. I mean, I love me some baseball cards. I have a complete 1988 Topps set right here, still in the wrapper and everything. So, but this is something I can actually hold. I mean, I have explored on this show use cases of NFTs for something besides digital art. Like yesterday, I talked about NFTs for patents. I've also talked about the NFY project that talks about NFTs using as bundles for assets to tokenize that and to be able to trade entire portfolios back and forth between people. So there are some other use cases for NFTs that are going to be pretty impressive, but buying a little Transaction Street snowman or Santa and then the sleeve to go along with it to protect it just in case of damage. Yeah, man. That's something I'll just pass on. But it's somebody will pay for it. Yeah. All right. So let's go on to Coinbase. All right, Coinbase, CoinGecko over here, and okay. All right. So now my little pre-workout liquid crack I'm going to drink before I go skateboarding. So anyway, Bitcoin yesterday it hit above 50,000. And everybody's been just like losing their minds this week about all the Bitcoin price going down and all the cryptocurrencies tanking and all the newbies. They're getting they're paying their dues. Anybody that's leveraged, meaning borrowed in order to buy more and bet that way, is getting completely wrecked because all their leveraged accounts are getting liquidated. Because nobody expected Bitcoin to go down to 49,000. Everybody just think it acts like the stock market and it's just going to be keeping on getting puffed and puffed and puffed and puffed up till who knows when. That's just a walking disaster. I get a 401k at work, and I've just gotten just cash payout for that. And I'm not pulling it out, but I don't. They try to get us to allocate it into all these stocks and stuff, and I'm just like, no, man, I think I'll pass. I just don't like what's happening as far as I already last March, not this March, but the March before that of 2020, during that crash, I lost like 40% of that 401k. So I don't know, man. I just don't trust traditional stocks. I did try to play around in that for a little while. And I'm not very good at it anyway, and I'm not good at options or in calls and puts and stuff like that. So I'm just like, nah, dude, I'll just back out. And probably the smartest thing I ever did, and I'll just dollar cost average into cryptocurrency, like I do now. And I've done very well by dollar cost averaging, not trying to time market and not trying to, what is it, the Wolf of Wall Street, and not try to be like Leonardo DiCaprio and that. Nope, just boring old dad guy, putting in $20, $50 every paycheck, whatever, maybe $100 like this week, if I feel a little if I feel a little rowdy and the market's down. So anyway, so let's take a look at some of these other tokens here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Tether. Tether is back in 4th place. Ethereum went up to 4th for a little bit, but now Binance Coin is going down to 494.36. I don't know, what are they going to do? And XRP is down to $1.06. Cardano is $1.13. Cardano surprisingly hasn't gone down as much as I thought it has. The majority of the Cardano market, or the majority, 100% of the Cardano market is pure speculation because they don't really have a working product yet. Apparently they're working on it, but it's been quite a while. I mean, I hold Cardano, so it's like I'm telling mama jokes because I can say them because, but somebody else can't say it who doesn't hold Cardano. So I hold Cardano, I hold quite a bit of it, and it's kind of, when are you going to put out something working already? Like, seriously, let's go. You wanted to go save Africa, and bring them, instant peer-to-peer transactions. We'll do it already. Anyway, Dogecoin at 26 cents. Man, all the kids jumped into Dogecoin, and SafeMoon have learned a hard lesson from that. Let's hope they did. Or maybe it was a co-opted PSYOP brought in to be able to lure a bunch of people into cryptocurrencies and have them think that they could be instant millionaires and then lose everything that they have and then disenchant the general populace with the utilization of cryptocurrencies, and in order to be able to paint a big black mark on cryptocurrencies and people's impressions of it, public opinion of cryptocurrencies. I don't know, that's the conspiracy side of my brain thinking. Maybe all that was just a big psyop with Dogecoin and SafeMoon getting their popular pushes on TikTok and by Elon Musk and Mark Cuban and etc. So anyway, whatever. Polkadot, $30.06. Uniswap, $30.62. Uniswap version 3 should be coming out pretty soon. So yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. A lot of the new developments on there. Litecoin, 226.09. Bitcoin Cash, 764.74. Chainlink down here at 32.07. It did get up to like 40 something dollars. I follow Chainlink very closely, and with all this fourth industrial revolution that is happening, I think Chainlink is going to be shooting up. Chainlink does this. It'll shoot up and then it'll come back down halfway, and then shoot up, come back down halfway, and sit there and ride it for a while, and then it'll just keep doing that. However, the spaces, the times between the spikes have shortened ever increasingly over time here for the past couple of years since I've been following it. So I expect another spike fairly soon, and then especially once they allow staking and they finalize this penalty and deposit contract that will allow staking nodes to be able to put some skin in the game in order to get some big jobs and allow trust for all the big derivatives and bonds, the multi-million-dollar bonds to come in and use Chainlink as their oracle, then I think we will see a major explosion. That hasn't happened yet, but it's coming pretty close. And then Link Pool, I just did a video on that a couple days ago and demonstrated a way that average schmucks like you and me can get involved in staking our Chainlink. And I bought a bunch of Link Pool yesterday during all this dip, and so happy I did. And I staked it up on the Link Pool account, and yeah, so hopefully I'll be earning a little bit of Chainlink from that, because you earn Chainlink by staking your link pool. Then you earn this link pool allowance token that will allow you to stake Chainlink, because they don't let everybody just jump in and stake Chainlink once it goes live, because everybody and their dog is going to do that, and it's not like the Ethereum network. They don't want everybody to just jump in and stake their Chainlink, because it's not really used to secure the network. It's used it is used to secure the network, but there's only so many jobs that are going to be available right at the start. So they have to. So the Chainlink allowance token will be kind of your ticket to be able to stake actual Chainlink. So anyway, I did the whole video on that a couple days ago, so watch that. I think it's a good video. I'm biased. Anyway, the Theta network is down to 905. That is an amazing deal for the Theta network, with all the stuff coming out in Theta network. If you just bought into Theta network, don't be alarmed. This is actually amazing news. This is probably the last time you'll be able to see it down in the single digits. I went and bought a healthy little bag of Theta token. I think T-Fuel is pretty much, I couldn't find it on Simple Swap, and so I think they're out. And T-Fuel staking is getting ready to get into play. There's eventually there's rumors of something big that's going to happen on April 30th with the Theta network. So be prepared. And then around the beginning in June, they're coming out with Theta 3.0 mainnet, and that's when we're going to see a lot of major developments. And Theta network has been partnering with a World Poker tournament and doing the NFT stuff with them. So yeah, there's some big stuff going on with Theta. This right now is a golden opportunity. Not advice. This is just my video blog. I'm not some kind of professional anything. Just I have to say this every single time. Don't do what I do. Just research like I do, or maybe not like I do. Probably better than I do. Look into the fundamentals of projects. Don't just speculate, or just because I talk about something, jump into it. I don't know what I'm doing. This is what the point of this video is, to document my progress since last October 24th, 2020 till now, of things that I've learned about cryptocurrency. I've been learning about cryptocurrency for a couple years, but back then I decided, hey, you know what? I'll turn on a camera, put it on the internet, and get people's input, because I'm driving my family and friends crazy by talking about it all the time. So maybe I could reach out through video and cover and document everything that I'm learning, and get some input from the John Q public. And I've had people tell me that I'm doing great. I've had people criticize me. I've had people give me hints and suggestions and tips, and it's been great. And I appreciate everybody. And if you can give a thumbs up on the YouTube thing, or the little flame on the Odyssey logo, or the BitChute thing, that would be appreciated, because it does help the algorithm. I'm not trying to bum money, and I'm not shilling any projects, and I'm not paid by anybody. So yeah, and all this is not edited. I do every single show, one cut and done, and that's it. I have two formats. I have this morning show, and then I have a project-oriented videos that I could put out every other week or something. I kind of dive in more detail into certain projects that I think are interesting. The last one was the Pirate Network and Pirate Chain, and that was a really good video. I loved it. I had fun doing it. I had fun with that project. The Pirate Chain community seems to have appreciated it, and that being said, the next video, project-centered video I'm doing, is going to be the Komodo Chain, and this Komodo Chain, and researching it so far, has just blown my mind. So be prepared for that Komodo Chain to come out very soon. I'm kind of on the tail end of doing my research on that. So yeah, I was like, okay, it's a privacy chain. No, there's a lot behind Komodo Chain. It's, if you want zero fees, amazing scalability and interoperability, and kind of a click and point package to be able to build your own dang blockchain. This is blockchain 3.0, guys. This is amazing stuff, but I will go into detail on that in my project-oriented video. Hopefully I can get it done maybe tomorrow evening. So yeah, interesting stuff with the Komodo Chain. Hey, how you doing, 29LH06? Hey, thanks for appreciating my insights. I do my best and stuff. I'm learning as I go along, as I said. So any suggestions you might have on some projects, or something like that, I'm all ears. You know, like Ross Perot in the '90s. I'm all ears. Anyway, yeah, I'm that old. So, all right. So I want to look at a couple of my pet projects and see how they're doing. Unibright is one of those, and this is another one of these projects that's coming out with a lot of major developments. Unibright is basically kind of the WordPress. They like to say that they're the WordPress of smart contracts. They're used for enterprise, large business, corporate applications in order so they don't have to hire programmers to develop smart contracts. They can use their drag and drop GUI interface. Basically, to me, it's kind of like a combination between like Visio, Microsoft Visio, and Dreamweaver. They like to call themselves the WordPress, but I would even go even more old school. You know, Visio and Dreamweaver hybrid to create the smart contracts, kind of a drag and drop. And then another one too is the Marlowe Playground on Cardano, and they're also a drag and drop smart contract building mechanism. And I wonder if they'll be competing at all, or if they're just going for totally different markets, because Unibright caters to the enterprise and the corporate market, where Cardano Marlowe Playground would, it seems like it would target more of like the individual photographer or caterer business and small business type of thing. But anyway, Unibright has done very well in this past year, as you can see here, and it's dipping down a little bit just like everything, but yeah. So I've been speculating on Unibright for quite a while. So yeah, and I've helped out their team to kind of proofread some of their materials and stuff like that. I'm always down to help out with any of your projects, especially. I have a lot of grammar in my background, even though I might not seem like it. But yeah, I went to seminary. I studied a lot of languages. I'm very grammar oriented, and so if you need help with me proofreading any of your white papers or anything like that, especially if English is not your first language, I'll be more than happy to kick in a hand and help. So, and that's yeah, so use me, and I'm happy to be used in some of these projects, because I'm really enthusiastic about this stuff, so take advantage of my passion. And then this project, the DIP project, I think is major undervalued. It's the Etherisc DIP, Decentralized Insurance Protocol, and this is going to be utilized with Chainlink as well. Chainlink is such an amazing project, because the crash of 2008 would not have happened if Chainlink were being implemented, because Chainlink brings real-world data to the blockchain via oracles, and these new hybrid blockchains will use the processing power and all the programs and the speed and everything that a lot of these Google BigQuery and big data and all that type of stuff allow, but then allow the programmability of smart contracts and the ability to be able to funnel it onto the blockchain. And if we had Chainlink and blockchain in general in 2008, that entire crash would not have happened, because they would have been able to transparently see that the values of all these mortgages and everything that they were trading derivatives back and forth had no value. So nobody would have been trading this stuff, and therefore you wouldn't have suddenly had this realization that everything in these trillions of dollars worth of stuff that they've been trading had no value, and then suddenly when they turned the light on all that, everything crashed. That would not have happened, because it wouldn't have built up to that point. So anyway, this is the Ethereum Etherisc DIP protocol, and it's insurance based on the blockchain, and it's based on the Ethereum blockchain. And we'll just start with the classic overused example of crop insurance and flight data and stuff like that, to be able to have automatic payments. For instance, we just had a hailstorm last Friday, and it was hail, like seriously, it was the size of silver dollars. It was bigger than quarters. It was massive. And I'm not exaggerating. And my car, I just got a brand new car, and thanks to Celsius for using my Chainlink as collateral, I pulled out money against it, and I bought a new car. So I'm actually using this stuff. I'm not just speculating on cryptocurrency. So it's amazing. I'm bypassing the banks, and yeah, this is what it's all about, folks. But anyway, that was a tangent. That hail, the hailstorm damaged my car. Not too bad. Some other people on the street, and luckily I'm not really a car guy. I don't really care that much. But a bunch of people on my street, though, their cars got it pretty bad. And it sucks that my car is brand new. I hadn't really placed insurance on it yet. Their cars are damaged. So if I were to have had this, this insurance, it would have kept real-time weather data through these Chainlink oracles onto the blockchain, and then it would have triggered the smart contract, and I would have gotten an automatic payout instantly whenever it saw the hail damaged cell. And they have more, complex algorithms within that to be able to completely verify all this stuff. But it gets rid of a lot of the bureaucracy and a lot of the things around having to go file a claim with the agent and verify this and that and all that stuff. No, it takes out all that middleman work, and it just allows you to work directly with the company in order to be able to file your claims and have the smart contract triggered basically automatically. And this is done, a lot of places. I think they're working with a bunch of farms right now in Kenya to be able to provide them crop insurance. So, I mean, there's a lot of things going on with this project. It's extremely devalued right now. If you can get in at 25 cents, that's amazing. I got in at like 10 cents. And so this is definitely something to watch out for. And it shows here the whole revenue model. I think I'll probably end up doing an entire video on this type of stuff, just like on insurance on the blockchain. And insurance already is just a huge industry that I absolutely can't stand. So if there's some way to take out all the shark suckers and the middlemen out of there, the more the merrier, and I would appreciate that. And this team hopefully is doing some of that. So I don't recognize any of these names, but they, who knows? They're probably very smart people. But it's a great concept. They have a lot of good partners here. I guess I could go in and look at all their LinkedIn profiles right now, but I don't feel like doing that. So, so here's the revenue model for protocol users and crypto investors. So decentralized insurance. So, Anyway, I'll take a deeper look at that later. There's one more I wanted to take a look at as well. It's called Sentinel. And hold on, let me go over here. Let me go to the home page. This is decentralized private VPN. I use a VPN on my computer, and I never really saw the use case or why I would need a VPN, up until recently. And the main impetus for me to be able to use a VPN was so I could use some Binance tools, and then to be able to get around things like there was some swap applications to be able to swap cryptocurrencies that I was not able to use within the United States. So I got myself a VPN, and I paid with my credit card, got the annual subscription fee and all that stuff, hoo-ha. And but this kind of gets around that. This is decentralized VPN. It's not free. You can pay with your Sentinel token, or you can pay with fiat, and you can pay by bandwidth, by use, or you can pay by subscription. And just basically it's decentralized VPN. It's not done through a centralized company. And I need to dig in a little deeper, but it looks pretty promising right now. And I did download the VPN interface to my computer. Here, let me pull it up here. Window capture. Ta-da. And let's see. VPN, and let's see here. Okay, so here's their wallet interface, and you would use this token as governance to vote. You would use it to access the VPN network. Anybody could run a node to be able to be a VPN node. So pretty interesting stuff. It's based, there's an Ethereum version, and then there's a Cosmos Tendermint version, because it's based on the Cosmos network, I believe. Like I said, I'm just this is a cursory look at this stuff, so don't take my word for any of this stuff here, but this is their blockchain explorer right here, and I guess all these are nodes, and And let's see here, there's a white paper as well that you can take a look at. Here's their white paper. It's pretty easy to read. I've just basically scanned over it right now, because I've just kind of discovered this morning before I jumped on. I was like, oh wow, this is really cool, so I want to talk about this. Let's see here. The purpose of Sentinel ecosystem is to empower universal access to the internet in a trusted and provable manner. This will be done by allowing organizations and individuals around the world to construct cost-effective, scalable, distributed, and decentralized networking solutions on Sentinel's Cosmos-based blockchain by taking advantage of decentralized consensus, open networking integrations, and distributed community-based node network. The internet has created a form of intertwined global consciousness capable of tremendously positive effects. Wow, that was some amazing market speak right there. However, the significance and power of the information dissemination capability of the internet is being threatened, and that is true, and that's the whole purpose of privacy networks like Pirate Chain and Secret Network for privacy on DeFi and stuff like that. So, there's a rapid increase in global internet censorship and mass data collection. Absolutely. When, if you just even mention the word, Montana, and then my phone, I guarantee you, is going to start popping up, ads for Montana and tourism ads. So I'm just, you get tired of all this stuff, and then you get tired of trying to do a Google search, and then it filters out to data. Maybe not yes, it does filter out data that they don't want you to see, but it also filters out data that they don't think you would want to see. How do you know what I would want to see? So VPNs can kind of help this type of stuff by allowing you to surf the World Web Internet Superhighway on a private way, and to be able to avoid all these things that are tracking your data, trying to determine what you see, and violate your privacy and limit access to things that you otherwise should be able to see because of regulations or whatnot. Hey, how you doing, Valerie Merev? Nice to see you again. You jump on quite a bit, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, man. Welcome back. So the focus of the Sentinel ecosystem is to provide a framework for the construction of decentralized virtual private network, or dVPNs. VPN applications are being used by individuals across the globe with the intent of accessing geo-restricted content by connecting servers located in regions where their desired content is unrestricted, while at the same time ensuring the privacy of interaction through the establishment of an encrypted connection. Whether the purpose is to access restricted content or to increase the security of their transmission of data over the internet, individuals all over the world are demanding secure, cheap, and reliable VPN services. And this is just now, like, more and more people, oh shoot, I'm sorry, I had this up. Okay, so, all right, let me go back up here. I've been reading this, so you haven't really missed anything, but this is the Sentinel white paper. So yeah, sorry about that. I do that sometimes, and I forget that I have another window over. But anyway, a lot of people are becoming more and more aware of the need for VPNs, and it's cryptography. If you didn't know, and I watched this amazing, I listened to this amazing Bankless podcast on cryptography, and Bankless. Podcast. It's called the Peter Pan episode, and this author named Peter Pan wrote this paper, an article on the history of cryptography. It is an amazing podcast, and I recommend everybody listen to this. And it talks about the history of cryptography, and this one right here, before Bitcoin, Peter Pan. And this is an amazing podcast, and it talks about all the history of cryptography leading up to Bitcoin, and it talks about how cryptography used to be military grade, and now it should basically be a right. And then people didn't understand that the total need for cryptography and things like that before, but now people, the general public, is starting to become aware of that. And do you know that back then Senator Biden was leading the charge for the Clipper chip, and that's basically a back door to be able to get into anybody's computer, and and they got shot down eventually, but yeah, he was leading the charge on big government intrusion on everybody's privacy with no warrant whatsoever or anything like that, or even a heads up about it. But anyway, let's get back to Sentinel. So I would highly recommend this podcast if you have the time to listen to it. It's truly fascinating. So back to the Sentinel white paper. It uses the Cosmos inter-blockchain cross-chain I can't ever say this, cross-chain interoperability. It'll be able to perform the role of providing networking or dVPN layer with a Web 3.0 infrastructure stack in the near future. It'll be able to be possible to hold a fully decentralized DeFi application that is hosted on a handshake network, data stored on the IPFS network, which is Filecoin, utilizes computing resources from the Akash network. Another video I need to do is the Akash network. Integrates dVPNs built on the Sentinel network to provide both the application and its users with network level and privacy and security, network level privacy security. So, contrary to the mainstream consumer-facing VPN applications like the one I'm running now, robust, and it says I'm in Ireland right now. Yeah. Before it said I was in Poland, but then every time I would try to do a search on anything, it would come up in Polish language. And sorry, man, Polish is not really my forte. I can't even pronounce Polish names. I'm good at a lot of stuff, jackass of all trades, but Polish is not one of them. So anyway, contrary to these mainstream consumer-facing VPN applications, a robust and holistic dVPN network, a term initially coined by Sentinel in 2017, it has the merits of provable encryption, proof of bandwidth, proof of no logs, the ability to prove evidence that no logs pertaining to the user's browsing or data history are being centrally stored by the developers, distributed exit nodes, having a network of exit nodes whose ownership is distributed, and distributed relay network, having a robust relay network with strong governance and participation to mitigate the risk of bad actors. So there's stakeholders involved in the Sentinel network include the validators, consensus participants in the upcoming Sentinel Cosmos Hub who are responsible for securing the network and participating in the governance, the end user who wants to access the dVPN built on the Sentinel network, the dVPN node host, community members intending to monetize on the provision of unused bandwidth to dVPNs built on the Sentinel network, and the dVPN application creator, the creation of a dVPN built on the Sentinel framework while using the Sentinel dVPN zone as its infrastructure layer. So the application creator is responsible for user acquisition and marketing in order to generate revenue in order to be able to pay dVPN node hosts. So interesting stuff. So it's kind of a lot of stuff that anybody can do to participate in this network, and this is decentralizing the VPN. Sentinel is not a single dVPN application, but a network of independent dVPN applications built on Sentinel's dVPN protocol framework. So Sentinel itself is not a VPN service, it is a protocol that will allow somebody to set up their own dVPN applications to be able to participate in this network. The goal of the Sentinel ecosystem is to decentralize the VPN industry and introduce the dVPN to the mainstream consumer. This goal will not be achieved through the launching of maintaining a single consumer-facing application, but like a Sentinel homepage, but by first establishing and developing upon a framework that can be used to create a network of independently operated decentralized VPNs. So it's pretty interesting stuff. Then it goes down here and it talks about how people are going to be able to pay. This is still kind of confusing. If it's not centralized, how are people going to pay with fiat currency type of applications? Again, like I said, this is my first look at all this stuff. So you're looking at it with me. This is my initial take and where I am with it. So if you know more about this, I'd be happy to talk to you and maybe put our heads together to help me create some kind of more formal video on this. But this is basically some of the white labeled organizations that you can, the reports payment data, Sentinel VPN zone, grants permission to the user, and then here's the monetized node network. There's a bunch of different routing protocols based on geography. Here's the Sentinel Cosmos based blockchain architecture. Cosmos, if you haven't looked into it, is an amazing blockchain. It's definitely blockchain 3.0 along with Komodo, like I just talked about. So here's a bunch of the payment architecture and all the Tendermint stuff on the Cosmos blockchain. That gets pretty technical. So down here is the token utility. The use of the Sentinel token, it's SENT, is the governance of staking, medium of payment for dVPN subscription, and medium of payment for advanced dVPN services in the work token. And I think it's used to pay the nodes. So it's a governance and staking, So to stake on the nodes, medium of payment for dVPN, medium payment for advanced services. So what is advanced services? Advanced services will require users to stake tokens in an escrow system, which would be used for real-time payment and would be governed by the Sentinel's bandwidth provability protocol. So there is a proof of bandwidth protocol in there. So that's a whole other rabbit hole in itself. And then there's the work token, allowing token holders staking the token to earn rewards. The rewards are generated by the node hosts and who provide the bandwidth to the dVPN applications on the Sentinel framework. So interesting stuff, man. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this tab open. I'm going to come back to it. So yeah, I think I'm well over 30 minutes. I was wondering what the hell I'm going to talk about this morning. Always something to talk about. I could just run my mouth, to like a blank wall. So, all right, man. Oh, dude. How does my wife put up with me? Anyway, so yeah, that's that. I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to get over to the skate park before the kids get too rowdy. The peanut gallery is already, running around upstairs. I can hear them. So, yeah. All right, man. Have you ever seen that video with that news correspondent and the two kids bust in? They're just like, and he's on some important, call, and then here comes his wife and come running in to snatch the kids. That's how my daily life is. All right, man. Well, I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye.